Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your 2022 year-end, 2023 year ahead message. Of course, this is going to be for the beautiful sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Happy New Year, Gemini Collective. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective, okay? If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams? Hello to my members. Hello, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, Gemini. The reason why this particular video is in audio format with a visual that you can look at is because I am in the process of moving. I anticipate that this will be this way in some shape, form, or fashion for the next month and a half. I apologize because once I'm moved out at the end of the month, I'm still going to need at least a couple of weeks to get settled in and design my new space. So I just wanted to let you know that. With that being said, thank you for your patience. I'm going to ask for your patience during this time of transition. With that also being said, there's going to be new background noises that you might pick up on or hear in the background that unfortunately I will not be able to control because I'm not actually editing anything. So what you're hearing in the background is what you're going to get. And I apologize for that as well. Different software. And right now I don't have a way to edit some of those annoying noises out. Annoying noises. And what is noises is? Okay. While I'm going through this at any time, there will be a bar, of course, as you all know, at the bottom of your screen, and you can always go ahead and fast forward or rewind back and forth as you need to if you don't want to hear something that I am saying. Okay. I do have to update the tribe because maybe an individual who is listening has not unfortunately watched another or listened to another zodiac sign, and I have to treat each one of the videos as if I am talking to a person for the very first time. So if you have cross-watched or cross-listened to your other Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or cross-watching for another person, if you've already heard this, please feel free to exercise the fast forward or rewind option that you have. And now that we have gotten that far, let's go ahead and get into your card placements. The first card is going to talk about how well did 2022 serve you, Gemini? What did you do well in 2022? What can you do better in 2023? What was your biggest lesson in 2022? How will this lesson serve you in 2023? Who do you need to forgive? What do you need to be released from? And how do you best move forward? Each card will be treated like an individual reading. Each question. Each question will be treated like a mini reading. I will be pulling 3 cards for each, as well as giving you a top and the bottom of the deck energy that will remain in the deck. Who could very well come out the next time, but will be shuffled and remain in the deck as I shuffle through each one of these card placements. So it is like basically 8 different readings in one, all talking about the same thing, with an emphasis on reflecting on 2022, what you did right or wrong, and looking to the future, okay? And let's see where we stop. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini, and where do we stop? At the Ace of Wands, with the bottom of the deck being the 5 of Wands. You're moving into, overall, a brand new, passionate beginning and moving away from the conflict, quarreling, and competition that once plagued you. I feel that this may be relationship-wise, Gemini, but we don't know yet. I don't want to pigeonhole you because this is a general reading and it doesn't necessarily have to be talking about relationships, okay? We're going to go ahead and get into this. Now, at any time in any of these card placements, when I am pulling, if there is any time where I see the Hermit, I will go ahead and and pull a introspection oracle, because that particular hermit is in introspective mode. All right, thank you, Spirit. How well did 2022 serve me? Well, it looks like you walked into a truth about a soulmate. The King of Swords, the World, and the Six of Cups. There's a deep, passionate beginning or connection that you have. And top of the deck being Strength and bottom being the Fool, that lets me know that maybe, Gemini, you walked into this with rose-colored glasses on, and this year was the first year that you had to undergo really, really strong, hard truths about yourself as it pertains to this relationship, which was at times very hectic for you, or something, or you learned some things that really was challenging for you at times, but at the same time, it looks like you are exercising a great deal of strength. There was a huge integration and coming together between you and another individual. And I feel that you learned a lot about yourself with this individual, okay? The second question is, what did I do well? What you did well is coming through as, you did this relationship well. 2 of Cups to the 3 of Wands. And... all right, here we go. Too many, Spirit. You worked really hard. I'm going to take this as a top and the bottom, or 2 tops. Let's just do that. 3 of Wands to the 2 of Cups to the 8 of Pentacles. You also got Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Wands. You got 5 for that. So it looks like you did quite a bit. You cultivated a relationship. You explored and looked out on the horizon at how you can do things different, acting as a leader. You worked very hard, putting your nose to the grindstone to achieve. You had epic celebrations with friends and family, and there was a uptick or a new beginning in your finances. There was a wheel of destiny that turned, okay? Beautiful energy, Gemini, okay? What can I do better in 2023? All right, so you did experience some financial hardships, and it looks like you felt left out in the cold, or was sick, or felt as if it was with this relationship. 10 Cups, learning how to better manage the ups and downs of a relationship. The 4 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles to the to the 10 of Cups. Top of the deck is the Fool. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Swords. You're dealing with a person who can be very moody. You're dealing with an individual who may have complicated communication, or a complicated way of showing their emotions for you. Whatever it is, what you can do better is better managing that, the ups and downs of this relationship, by not taking things so serious and not taking things so literal. It looks like you are an individual, when they hurt, you hurt. One or both of you could have experienced some type of financial hardship. It took a toll on the relationship, okay? And at times, this person could have disconnected from you. And what you can do better is, if this was the energy that you put forward, or whether this was the energy that you had to deal with, you can manage this better by being present and focusing on love and giving the individual the space that he or she needs. It looks like you have a tendency to look at things very naively and overthink things, okay? What was my biggest lesson in 2022? Biggest lesson is that you had to reassess, all right? Walking into an energy of the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. There's a theme here of language and truth and boundaries. Maybe that was what I was picking up in question number 3. Learning to accept your person's boundaries and understanding that sometimes they need space, and vice versa. Take it as it resonates. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Wands. You are a natural kid at heart. And but you still want to talk. Some of you guys, I'm picking up on an enthusiastic person, an individual that is always willing to be happy-go-lucky and jovial. And you're not dealing with a person that is the same as you. And it looks like that landed wrong sometimes. Queen of Swords, there could have been boundaries that this individual put up. Whatever it is, it looks like it just wasn't taken the right way. This person didn't mean it that way, but they also don't communicate the same as you. You want the communication, but you don't want the boundaries at the same time. Your relationships, Gemini, are typically boundaryless. You want to be included in every single aspect because that's how you love. And this individual does not love like you. Okay. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Magician at the top, just means that you wanted to change this, but I think you've learned to accept this person for who they are. Okay. Yes, the Two of Wands dropped out of the deck, and I'm going to put it back in. How will this lesson serve me in 2023? We have the Queen of Pentacles. It will help for you guys to fall into a more abundant situation or abundant times. To the Page of Pentacles. There's going to be a higher level of commitment here. For some of you guys, you could be birthing a baby. Maybe you got a pet. And the Star, hope, healing, and optimism. Someone definitely in the bunch has, amongst the both of you, definitely has a more optimistic way of looking at things. Top of the deck is the King of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. You guys have traveled through the storm in recovery mode. There's going to be a higher level of commitment for you guys. Queen of Pentacles is showing up in this particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In placement 5 at the top of the deck. Queen of Pentacles is showing again in placement 5, and King of Pentacles is showing at the top of the deck. You guys are about to go through a major level up, and you're learning each other. You're learning each other. Do you understand? So this is beautiful. Hope, healing, and optimism. You guys are going to be also doing more traveling, okay? Who do I need to forgive? It looks like we have 9 cups. We have the Lovers. Nice. Well, obviously you're showing up. It doesn't really look like, it looks like, I was going to say it doesn't really look like there's anything wrong, High Priestess, but it does appear that you guys just have 2 totally different love languages. And sometimes you can get caught up in your head, Gemini, or this person can get caught up in theirs, which causes conflict, quarreling, competition, or this one-upmanship energy. And there's a lot of anxiety around this. I feel like in 6, who do I need to forgive? Forgiving the fact that you guys have issues. Forgiving the fact that every single time there's an issue doesn't mean that we're at the verge of breaking up. Forgiving the things that you don't see. Accepting that there's going to be things that you don't know. I think this person has shown you that you don't need to know every single thing. It's about trusting the unknown. This feels like blind trust. This feels like just trusting what you don't see and believing in the relationship. And the fact that you guys provide each other with wish fulfillment. They're not going to communicate like you, think like you. And that's what you need. That's what you need to forgive. It actually also may turn and be in this what needs to be for released. The hurt feelings with the 5 of Cups. Understanding that you guys are going to argue. There was a breakup. You know, you need to be released from the tower. And released from all of those things that came crashing down. Okay? And yes. And we have Empress. Released from this notion that you have to start and stop. Sometimes relationships go through that. That it's not going to be this perfect picture in your brain. It's not going to match the energy that you have in your brain. You know, release yourself from that. That's what I am seeing. Top of the deck being 3 of Pentacles. Work together more. Bottom of the deck being Knight of Swords, and get away from the useless conversations that don't get you guys anywhere. Okay, that doesn't serve this particular union, that constantly brings up an energy of arguing when it's about, a lot of the times it looks like it's about the fact that you guys don't communicate alike. You guys may not be the exact same person. I mean, you may be trying to change that person. They may be trying to change you. Changing is not what needs to be done. Getting along is what needs to be done. You know, understanding that there's going to be an energy of difference, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that it's okay to be different, and that sometimes, you know, things are going to come up. You have to be resilient. Those are trials, and they test the stability and the strength of this relationship, okay? And finally, how do I best move forward? You have a lot of major arcanas. I'm excited to give you a recap in a second. Give me 1 second. How do I best move forward? We have the Knight of Wands. You move forward passionately and never leave the passion. Never leave and never abandon who you really are. You work together. That same Three of Pentacles has now come out. You focus on being a part of a team instead of working against one another. And the Queen of Cups. And continue to be loving the way that you are. This was a beautiful reading. Top of the deck does show the Seven of Swords. Let's not move forward and not say how you feel. Let's not self-deceive because you're afraid that you look weak. Let's not carry burdens because you're not communicating. Okay, let's move away from that. That's how you best move forward. Letting those energies go and trading them in for teamwork and discussing the feelings no matter how weird they may be or redundant they may be, okay? This was a really good reading. You definitely learned a lot in relationships this year. I don't see a lot of pentacles. This was a huge, and when I do see the pentacles, they're here showing the type of work that you did. Let's go ahead and do our major arcana recap. Question 1, the World. Question 2, Wheel of Fortune. Question 3, None. Question 4, None. Question 5, the Star. Question 6, the Lovers and the High Priestess. Question 7, the Empress and the Tower. And question 8, None. Your biggest concentration of cards is in 6 and 7. Who do I need to forgive? The Tower, the Empress, the Five of Cups. 7. 6. Who do I need to forgive? High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Nine of Cups. So the Lovers and High Priestess, okay? You need to forgive yourself. Some of the things that has went on and has been presented to you, you don't understand. Understanding that you need to trust your intuition and believe in this lover's union, okay? So forgiving the fact that maybe you didn't. Focusing on this is what you need to do. Question 7. What do I need to be released from? Sadness, the Tower, you know, the expectations that you put on this Empress. Okay, I love this. This was a really, really good reading. It looks like the majority of the collective that I am picking up on, it was an up level in your relationship and possibly moving you into some of, like, the honeymoon phase is over, basically, is what I'm feeling. The honeymoon phase is over. And in 2023, it got real for you in your relationship. But I'm happy to report that, you know, there are beautiful energies here. And now you guys are leveling up and finally is going to focus on working together versus working against one another. I love that. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe, Gemini. It is always a pleasure. There are limited openings for readings, and they will be by phone. I have set aside some time And I just made this announcement, so it's not going to be in the rest of the videos. But I have been getting hit up left and right about New Year's readings or January readings, and it happens every year. So I opened up a slot for a couple of hours the next 2 Saturdays if you're interested in a personal reading and for me to read your personal energy this January 2023. Then go ahead and book me. Gemini, it is always a pleasure, and I will not see you, but you'll hear me in the next one. Bye, guys.